Referrals are great right up until they dry up and you realize you never had a real lead system in the first place. That's the truth that a lot of wedding photographers and videographers don't want to face because referrals feel safe, they feel warm, they feel easy, and they feel like proof that people like your work. And to be clear, referrals are good. I'm not against referrals at all. Some of the best leads you will ever get can come from referrals, but passive referrals are not a real strategy. And if your whole business depends on them, you're probably going to feel stuck for a very long time. So in this video, I want to break down why referrals feel so safe, why they still keep so many wedding pros stuck, and what to do instead. Because the goal isn't to hope more, the goal is more control. Now, let's start with why referrals feel so good in the first place. A referral is usually a warm lead. That means the couple already heard about you from someone that they trust. That lowers friction, it makes the first conversation easier, and it makes the inquiry feel less cold. And a lot of the time, it comes with built-in trust. A planner recommends you, a past couple talks about you, maybe a venue shares your name. So now the new couple isn't looking at you like you're a stranger, they're looking at you like somebody who already has proof of what they do. And that's why referrals feel safe. And honestly, that's why so many wedding creatives build their whole business around them. Because compared to paid ads or learning how to market or building content with a real plan, referrals feel simple, they feel natural, they feel clean, and they feel like the right way to grow. But here's the problem. You don't control how many referrals come in. You don't control when they come in. You don't control how often they come in. And you definitely don't control whether they're even a good fit. And that's the hidden downside. A lot of people say, I get most of my business from referrals. Like that's always a good thing. And sometimes it is, but sometimes what they really mean is I'm waiting, I'm hoping, I'm depending on other people to remember me. And that's a really fragile place to build a business from. Because when referrals are flowing, you feel great. You feel confident, wanted, and busy. And then one month gets quiet and another month gets quieter. Then suddenly you're stressed. Now you're overthinking your pricing, you're saying yes to leads that you shouldn't take, and you're feeling attached to every inquiry because you don't know when the next one's coming. That's just luck with gaps in it. So let me say this really clearly. Referrals aren't bad, but passive dependence on them is. So that's the real issue, not referrals, but dependence. There's a big difference between passive referrals and strategic referrals. Passive referrals are just hoping that someone remembers you, hoping that a planner sends you a couple, hoping that a venue maybe tags you on Instagram, or thinking that a past bride will tell her friend about you. That's passive. Strategic referrals look different. Strategic referrals come from a few strong relationships with the right people, not a bunch of weak ones. Not random networking, not just collecting business cards or screenshotting people's Instagrams. A few strong relationships with people who already serve the type of couple that you want. And those relationships are built by giving value first. And that part matters a lot because a lot of wedding pros go into vendor relationships thinking, how can I get this person to send me inquiries? And that's the wrong mindset. The better question is, how can I become useful to this person? Because the vendors who send steady referrals usually don't send them to the person with the nicest DMs. They send them to the person that they trust, the person who's easy to work with, the person who makes their job easier, the person who serves their couples well, the person who makes them look good. So who are the right referral partners? Usually it's people like planners or venues or florists, coordinators, maybe makeup artists or DJs or musicians, entertainers. These are all people who are often around the same couples that you want. They already have trust with those couples and they often help shape who gets hired. But again, the answer isn't to chase all of them. The answer is just to choose the right few. This is where a lot of wedding photographers and videographers mess up. They think that they need a huge network. They think that they need everyone in their town to know their name, and they think that contacts mean more business. Usually that's not true. You don't need 50 random vendor relationships. You need 3 to 5 strong ones with people who already serve your dream couples. And that's a much better game. So here's something practical you can do. Make a list of the last 10 weddings that you absolutely loved. Not the ones that just look pretty, but the ones where you liked the couple, liked their budget, liked their vibe, liked the venue, and liked the whole experience. Now ask, who else was at those weddings? Was there a planner that you loved working with? Was there a florist whose couples felt like a good fit? Was there a venue that keeps attracting the kind of people that you want? Or was there a makeup artist who was organized and works with a calm presence? That list will tell you a lot because now you're not guessing. Now you're looking at real patterns in your business. That's step 1. Step 2 is to pick 3 to 5 of those people and focus there. Not everyone, just the right few. And step 3 is to lead with value. Don't send a DM saying, hey, let's send each other referrals. It feels needy, it feels shallow, and it goes nowhere. Instead, think about how you can help them first. That could mean sharing their work, tagging them in a thoughtful way, sending them a photo they can use, maybe recommending them when it makes sense, or collaborating on a styled shoot. Just make their job easier on a wedding day. Being calm, being professional, and being the kind of creative that they're excited to be around. That stuff matters more than people think. A planner is much more likely to refer you when you're calm, you're easy, you're kind, you're clear, and you're solid under pressure. That stuff matters more than people think. A planner is much more likely to refer the person who's easy, kind, clear, and solid under pressure than the person with slightly better edits but harder energy. That's real. So let me give you a very simple referral system that you can start using. First, choose your top 3 to 5 vendors based on client fit, not popularity. Second, find one way to help each of them this month. Maybe you send them a gallery of images that they can use. Maybe you share one of their posts and say something real about their work. Maybe you send them a thank you message after a wedding and include a few helpful photos. Third, stay in touch without always asking for something. That means you don't only show up when you need bookings. You build the relationship before you need it. Next, pay attention to who actually sends good leads. Not just any leads, but people that are good fits, because more inquiries isn't just the goal. You want better inquiries. Fifth, build at least one more lead source outside of referrals. And that part is huge because referrals should only be one channel, not your whole business. That's the bigger lesson here. Referrals are great as a part of a system, but they're dangerous when they're the whole system. Because the moment they slow down, your business starts to feel shaky, and a shaky business makes everything harder. Your pricing feels harder, your consult calls feels harder, your confidence drops, and you start questioning yourself. And then you make bad moves from fear, and that's why this matters. Because the best wedding businesses don't just hope. They build. They build on referrals on purpose, they build trust on purpose, and they build demand on purpose. And that's the difference. So here's the question I want you to ask yourself. Are referrals a bonus in my business, or are they the only thing holding it together? And be honest, because the answer is if they're the main thing holding it together, then that's probably why your bookings still feel unpredictable. And that doesn't mean your work is bad. It just means you're missing a system, and that's the real theme here. Talented wedding creatives stay stuck because they're missing a system, not because they need better work. So keep the referrals, just stop building your whole future on them. Build better vendor relationships, choose the right few, lead with value, and make sure referrals are one part of the machine, not the whole thing. If your business still depends on referrals and random luck, watch the free training at the first link below. It'll show you how to build a system that gives you more control. I'll see you in the next video.